Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to talk about a low market cap gem, in my opinion, has a higher potential to at least make a 10x by the end of this bull run. And this project is called PlotX or the Plot token, right? Again, as always guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research on any of the projects that we cover in our channel. For this project, I recommend you guys to go to their website plotx.io, that is plotx.io, in order to learn more about their project, right? So what is PlotX? So PlotX is a cross-chain prediction market protocol for crypto traders. PlotX version 2 mainnet is now live on Polygon, right? So if you take prediction markets, it's a very small niche market within the crypto space. Obviously, it's not as popular as the DeFi market or as the NFT market, but there is a small group of very high wealth individuals who like to participate in prediction markets, and that kind of poses a lot of opportunity for people who want to get in early on these kind of projects, right? And I do believe that as crypto matures and becomes this main financial hub replacing the centralized finance that we currently have, I believe that cross-chain prediction markets in a decentralized cryptocurrency environment is going to be a popular source of not only like money making opportunities for people, but also a source of entertainment for people as well, right? And therefore this is going to attract a lot of people, and it's going to be a multi-billion-dollar industry in and of itself. So I would probably kind of consider projects like PlotX as some of the front runners of setting up the road that will basically lead to the future of decentralized prediction markets, right? So if you guys see the second line, it clearly states that they have a version 2 mainnet. So the previous version 1 was kind of like less well popular, and the version 2 is also relatively less well known, and it's also a mainnet that's available currently on the Polygon network. So you can click the learn more button to learn more about this, right? So again, by participating on PlotX, you will be able to basically bet or predict what will be the price of Dogecoin by the end of June 2021, or whether Aave will be able to beat the top 10 market cap or be in the top 10 market cap by the end of June, or will Bitcoin reach 150K by the end of the year 2021, right? So again, these are some of the common prediction examples that you can clearly see from PlotX, and obviously you can participate in them as well if you feel like a particular condition will be met, and you can obviously make profit on this as well, right? So participate in high yield prediction markets. So automated market making. So what kind of features do they have? And some of the main features that they have is being discussed here. So one of the features is basically automated market making, right? New markets are created algorithmically, ensuring provably fair and decentralized market creation. So again, they are talking about the automated market making strategy, and not necessarily the automated market makers themselves, which are decentralized exchanges, right, such as Uniswap. So there's a slight difference that you guys need to be aware of. So you can basically use PlotX's algorithms to kind of like ensure a provably fair and decentralized market is created for a particular scenario. Let's say, for example, whether Bitcoin will cross 150K by the end of this year, right? Quick turnaround, 1 hour, 1 day, and 1 week markets, so you don't have to lock your funds for too long. So if you haven't really used a prediction market before, it's basically something like a betting, right? So you kind of like deposit let's say $100, and you say that Bitcoin will cross 150K, and that's basically your stance on your bet, and the reward will be predetermined. Let's say in this case the reward is $50, and if you win, you earn the $50. If you lose, you kind of lose a bit of your money, right? So there is a locking period in every prediction markets, right? Let's say you kind of like are expecting the price of Bitcoin to go above 150K. In that case, the locking period will most likely be till the end of the year, right? So if you are betting your $100, you need to kind of make sure that you are willing to forego the $100 for the time period of the entire year, because you won't be able to access your funds regardless of whether you have made a profit or not, right? Sometimes you could be waiting long days for your prediction market. Let's say, for example, if Dogecoin is at 90 cents the start of today, and by the end of the day you think that Dogecoin would be crossing $1, then you are basically locking your funds for the entire day, right? But on PlotX, you have multiple different lock-in options. You can either lock your funds by placing a bet on something within an hour time frame, or a day, which is basically 24 hours, or within a week, in order to kind of like access your funds so that you don't have to unnecessarily lock it for long terms regardless, right? So that's basically one of the features of PlotX, which you will be able to experience. Focused crypto markets built with love for crypto traders and focused on prediction of crypto asset prices. So again, they are basically trader focused, which means all the information that's going to be available on PlotX is going to be like trader friendly, and therefore it's going to be some of the most accurate information that will be available for you. If you think the price of Bitcoin is not being updated, that's not really a concern on PlotX, right? That's basically what they're trying to say. Instant reward settlement on chain without any intermediary. So again, this is also something that's a unique feature of decentralized prediction markets, because if you make a prediction and if you win the prediction or if you win the bet, then your rewards are provided to you instantaneously with no middleman in place or no fees or anything like that. Your rewards will be distributed to you immediately on chain in a fully decentralized manner, right? Automated calculations. A unique algorithm calculates the prediction odds on chain for each market. So again, you will also have an odds calculator, or what are your odds of winning a particular prediction or a particular bet. That is also available on PlotX, which is a useful feature. Liquidity mining, instantly claimable rewards for liquidity providers. Set your farm here. So again, if you want to provide liquidity to their native token with either, since it's multi-chain, you can either provide liquidity with their native token Plot with Ethereum, or even with Matic, now that's available on Polygon. You'll be able to earn rewards by providing liquidity just like any other liquidity farms, right? So that's pretty much some of the main features of this project. So let's talk more about the Plot token itself and see what this token has to offer. So Plot is a non-refundable functional utility token which will be used as the medium of exchange between participants on the PlotX prediction market protocol. So again, there's a lot of uncovered here. So basically, Plot is a non-refundable functional utility token, which means you won't be able to get a refund on the Plot tokens when you participate on a particular prediction event. And this is basically used as a medium of exchange within the PlotX platform between participants and the PlotX prediction market protocol, right? So again, Plot will play a very important role when you want to interact with the PlotX platform, right? So you can click here to see the utility that it has and what are the risks that are going to be an issue if you are investing in the Plot token, and you can also see how you can bridge Plot tokens from Ethereum to Polygon, right? So if you see, they have a quick information of what exchanges it's available in. You can obviously buy it from Uniswap, which is the most popular decentralized exchange on the Ethereum blockchain. QuickSwap, which is also a more rapidly growing decentralized exchange on the Polygon network. You can get it from centralized exchanges such as AscendX, formerly known as Bitmax, and you can also kind of swap and get it within the MetaMask wallet itself, right? You can stake this token on Uniswap, QuickSwap, AscendX, as well as Unifarm. So again, lots of places where you can kind of stake and earn rewards. And you can also access their community by clicking on these links. You can access them via Telegram, Discord, or Twitter, right? And they have some Twitter activities happening, and if you see, this is some of their recent Twitter posts which you guys can follow and to gather more updates on this project. So if you see, some of the major participants of the PlotX platform are if you see TRG Capital, Brilliant Ventures, 3Commerce, NGC Ventures, Tensor Capital, DuckDAO, Futurio, as well as Genesis Block, right? So I'm kind of familiar with DuckDAO, NGC Ventures, as well as kind of Tensor Capitals, but I'm not really familiar with the other participants. But it seems as though they have people from various venture capitals participating on the PlotX platform. Again, they are not investors. They may have invested on this project, but they are not listed as investors. They're participants, which means let's say, for example, a platform like DuckDAO is actively using PlotX platform to make price predictions and thereby making profits or losses depending on whether their predictions are successful, right? So that's basically how it should be interpreted. If you see partners, they are partnered with the Matic Network, Chainlink, Transact, Magic, Anchor, Deepwork, GovBlocks, as well as Vendrai. So again, some really popular names and some less popular names. If you see, it's originally built on Ethereum, but it is also available on Polygon as well, right? So again, very simple website, has a lot of information that would help with preliminary research. But if you click on the 3 lines on the center of the website, you can access more information on how to use this platform, which will be very useful for people who want to actually use this platform rather than just buying and holding this token. You can also click the research button, obviously, to access other information. I would recommend you guys to read their white paper, access their community, as well as if you want to know about the project itself, you can click the About section, right? So if you click on the app itself, this is basically how the app looks. So it's clearly the version 2, the most recent version of their product, and you can clearly see that they have right out of the bat some really interesting price charts, which is probably going to be the source information which will be used to verify if a particular prediction is right or wrong. And also, if you click onto them, you can kind of access the particular predictions that are live right now. Again, the questions are very simple. Will Bitcoin to USD value go up or down at June 10th of 2021? And this is going to be recorded as of 9 a.m. on June 10th. And you can clearly see there are 5 participants. Again, not a lot of activity happening, but it's still important information for people who want to actively participate or even to test the waters, right? You can clearly see that the total pool is going to be 3,450 plot tokens, which is about $468. Not a lot of money, but it's again still in the early stages for people who want to dip their toe on projects that are very early. Again, if you can clearly see that 2 participants are leading when they mentioned it's going up. One participant is kind of like stating that it's going to stay flat, and 2 participants are stating that this is going to go down. And that's pretty much a very simple interface, nothing really to explain in detail, because if you scroll down, you can clearly see that there are previous rounds, and you can clearly see how many what is the settlement dates and when was it settled, and other information, right? So this is just an example of how a prediction market would be for this PlotX platform. And obviously you have BNB USD, ETH USD, and these are all some of the price kind of directional predictions, price prediction, whether it's going to be going in the upward direction or the lower direction. And you can also see the live markets here for the different cryptocurrencies. And yeah, it's pretty much in its infancy stage. They have expanded to Polygon, so the fees is going to be extremely low, and it's going to be a pretty fast transactions happening in Matic network or Polygon network, and that's going to obviously bring in more adoption as the Polygon network itself grows, right? So let's go back to the CoinGecko page for PlotX, and if you can see, this token is currently ranked 987th on CoinGecko as of the time I'm making this video, and this token price is 13 cents, and the token recently had a very small increase in price of 0.9% in the past 24 hours, and the market cap is less than $10 million in market cap, which makes it a low market cap project. And I do believe that prediction markets, as I said, have a very unique place in the future of decentralized finance, as well as the cryptocurrency space as a whole. And as decentralized finance starts replacing centralized finance in the future, prediction markets will be the go-to places for people to make unbiased, free and on-chain based transaction with no third parties involved, and that's going to be something that's going to be a future of prediction markets. And for a project that aims to do so much with its kind of like roots on Ethereum, and now it's expanding to Polygon, where adoption is extremely increasing for every single project on Polygon, I think this project is an extremely undervalued project, which can definitely explode not only in the short term but also in the long term as well, right? And the max supply is 200 million tokens. Again, 100 million more than what I would probably consider as an optimal maximum. But again, since it's a token that is going to power the PlotX platform, and since there's going to be a lot more players eventually coming into the prediction market pretty soon, I don't think the max supply is going to be a big issue, although it is something that you guys need to bear in mind can cause for temporary price slumping, because if you see the circulating supply right above the max supply, there's only 66.3 million tokens in circulation, which is less than half of the max supply. So again, on the short term, I think the token price can potentially move sideways and slump in price, although it is a volatile token due to the large volume of tokens, and I believe that the staking rewards on different dexes such as Uniswap and QuickSwap will only motivate people to dump this token, because any yield farming tokens are more liable to be dumped, and therefore this is going to be a potential short-term price dumping factor. But I don't really think that that's something that you should worry about if you're planning to hold this token for long term, right? So again, that's something that you guys can come to your own conclusion on. If you take the charts, the token has clearly seen a huge gain. Again, since when the price point is available on CoinGecko, which was basically since 13th of October 2020, when the token price was worth 13 cents per token, and it immediately went back, went to its fair market value of about 4 cents by the end of October last year, and then it was kind of like moving sideways, reaching pretty much an all-time low late last year, where it touched the 3 cent range. And for people who bought in at this price point, they probably saw an extreme growth mid of May, where this token reached an all-time highs of 33 cents, right? But again, there is a lot of room for this to grow. It's still less than $10 million in market cap, and the token has seen a huge crash where it went from its all-time highs of 33 cents to a price of 9 cents, and is slowly trying to recover. So again, it does seem poised to at least touch the previous all-time highs based on the price directionality, and I do think that this is still a good entry point for this token, right? If you take the Bitcoin comparative, on the other hand, again, it is pretty much, the peaks are pretty much similar to the dollar comparative, but it is much less prominent. And if you see, the initial price point of this token was 1182 satoshis as of 13th of October 2020, but then it kind of crashed back down to an all-time lows of about just 86 satoshis early this year, and then it started moving up, making an all-time maybe a second all-time high, or an official all-time highs of about 590 satoshis per token, before crashing back down again and kind of recovering again in the Bitcoin comparative, right? So I would say, probably based on this chart, you can clearly see that the token price is recovering, not only in the Bitcoin comparative but also in the dollar comparative. So you can kind of see that this is probably going to be a decent buy opportunity for this token for both those currencies, right? The Ethereum comparative, on the other hand, is giving a slightly different picture, because if you see, the token was worth 35,000 GUE early October, but it kind of went to its all-time lows of about 2,700 GUE, and then made an all-time highs of about 16,500 GUE before crashing. And it's pretty much at still its second all-time lows in that range, where the token is currently trading at 4,400 GUE, and it doesn't seem that prominent that this token is trying to recover in the Ether comparative that much, at least when compared to Bitcoin comparative as well as dollar comparative, right? So I would say this token is a really good buy on the Ethereum comparative. But when it comes to the Bitcoin and dollar comparative, it is a good buy, but not as good as the Ether comparative, right? But yeah, you guys can obviously do your own research before you put your money on this token. As we discussed before, this token is available on Ethereum, on the Ethereum network, on Uniswap, whereas on the Polygon network it's available on QuickSwap with the Ether trading pairs. You can also get it from centralized exchanges such as MXC as well as Ascendex with USDT, right? The best option would probably be QuickSwap, because you can kind of like get it in a fully decentralized way with extremely low fees and very quick transactions. But the problem is, you can't really withdraw this token to an exchange, because not a lot of exchanges support the Matic version of tokens. So you may probably want to hold the tokens temporarily in your MetaMask wallet or in your Trust wallet. But if you buy it from the Ethereum mainnet, which is basically through Uniswap, you will probably be able to send this to Ascendex, where Ascendex can probably be a good option to sell it, right? If you want to hold it for short term. But if you want to hold it for long term, then you can obviously store it in a secured cold storage wallet, whichever is suitable for you. But again, I believe that QuickSwap is going to be a platform that will be the best place to buy this token, right? That too with Ethereum, because based on the charts you can clearly see that the Ethereum price is the Ethereum price comparative hasn't really recovered, or isn't even really in that much of an ascending like kind of upward direction. But if you see the dollar comparative and Bitcoin comparative, you can clearly see that it is clearly ascending towards the upward direction. So the Ethereum comparative would be the best kind of like option to buy. Again, not financial advice. This video does not contain financial advice. Please do your own research before you put your money on this token, right? So what's my final verdict on this token? I believe that this token has a lot of potential in the future. I am a strong believer of everything, every new sub market within the crypto space, and I believe that the prediction markets are going to be their own huge markets within the crypto space in the upcoming years. So by getting into a project like PlotX, you are kind of in the forefront of the predictions market, and not only can you expect significant growth from projects like PlotX, you can also expect many copycats of PlotX in the future if PlotX manages to succeed, right? And if you are a person who's who's definitely invested in prediction markets, and you enjoy predicting the price of a token, or the price of a particular token, whether it's going to go up or down, then you also have a very user friendly platform, which again is going to attract a lot of new users in the future, right? And since they're going to be multi-chain, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for them to even branch out to smart contract platforms like Polkadot as well as Cardano in the future, which will also bring them more traction and more exposure, right? So that's basically my thoughts. Again, remember guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.